All right. Okay, I think we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Drama Free Gaming. It is what it says, and it says what it is. I'm your host, End Time, and you are at Drama Free Gaming. If you're here live or you're catching this on a replay, appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification button. It would be much, much, much appreciated. Let me get all the niceties out of the way. We are also at DFG Podcast on anchor.fm again. So we're just going to have a chill stream this evening. Just going to hang out, just going to have a good time. And hopefully your Thanksgiving break, if you're here stateside, you had a great Thanksgiving. Let me introduce the one and only DBM, my brother Kyle. What's going on, Kyle?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to just chilling out and chatting with all of you.
It's been a while, right, Kyle, that you've been on, and we've kind of hung out and just played and shooting the breeze.
Yeah, it has. It has been a while. I mean, it's been a long while. I mean, I felt like I come off of a long leave somewhere, and now I'm back.
Yeah, man. Well, how is it weather-wise up there where you're at? No longer here in Florida with us.
Yeah, well, now we're here in the Commonwealth up here up north, in good old VA. It's about 42 degrees and wet. It has not stopped raining since this morning.
Yeah, I know. I got some of my older kids up there further north from you, and they are experiencing snow. So yeah, I don't miss it at all. I just saw a pop in. Henyo, if you are watching us, we are on Discord. What's going on, Nate? Nate in the chat here on YouTube. He's like, see y'all all soon. Nate, today is an open room for DFG members. So if you guys are part of the DFG community over on Discord, come and join us in the chat. I'm gonna keep an eye out here to see when you guys pop in so I can unmute you, and hopefully you'll come in and join in. Kyle, whenever you ready, just
yeah,
start the game and let's see where I'm at. Henyo jumped in to play. I don't know if he's gonna jump in the chat on the Discord, but
it says he's got a mic on in the Xbox.
Yeah, he's got a mic. He invited me on chat on Xbox, but I'm not on Xbox. I'm on Discord. So
hopefully he sees that.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out here soon enough. I'm gonna try to send him a text.
All right.
Let me send them a text. While we killing time here, guys, and you guys that are listening on a podcast, we talk about games, both present and past games. And let me ask you, Kyle, what you've been playing? Have you had any time to play anything?
Oh yeah. So other than I've been playing a little bit of Call of Duty Mobile, which is rather awesome. It really is for a mobile game. You can connect a Xbox S or older version of the controller as a Bluetooth controller to your iPhone, iPad, and so it's pretty neat as far as portable gaming is concerned. But for the Xbox, I fell in love with a classic that released with the Xbox One. CryEngine's Rise, Son of Rome.
Okay, yeah, Rise. I've actually beat Rise in I think it was one sitting. The game was really, really impressive for the beginning of the Xbox generation, the Xbox One. I see you, Sleek, in the Discord chat. He's like, at DBM, where have you been? So shout out to you. And I just saw Henyo jump in. Let me unmute him. What's going on, Henyo? Can you hear us? Hey, brother, what's going on?
What up, everybody?
All right,
What's
Henyo
up?
in the house. We're gonna be
What up?
missing Jay tonight, so he couldn't make it, but he'll be with us here. If you're a praying person, keep him in prayer. He's okay, but some family, personal stuff that he needs to take care of, and so just keep him in your wishes, in your thoughts, in your prayers, please. You know, I'm not an emotional person like that, but when somebody close to me hurts, I hurt, and I am worried about
Yeah,
him.
man.
So, yeah, man. So what's up, Henyo? What you been up to? I know Kyle was just telling us that, and Kyle, this is Henyo. Henyo, this is
What up?
Kyle.
What's
Yeah, man. We
What up?
played before. It's been
Oh,
a
you guys
minute,
have played? Okay.
Been a long minute.
I'm always playing something.
Okay, yeah. Henyo's that's what I was gonna say. Kyle was talking to us about Modern Warfare Call of Duty Mobile, which some people would
Yep.
scoff at and say that mobile gaming ain't really gaming. But he's been playing there. What have you been playing, Henyo?
Well, I just jumped off MLB The Show.
Okay.
And the usual suspects, a little flight simulator, MLB. Oh, The Witcher. I just started up The Witcher.
The
I
Witcher
got the
3.
complete
Oh,
edition.
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
good.
How's that? How do you
Yeah.
liking that?
It's pretty cool. I won my first game of Gwent. And I like.
Oh man, don't get hooked. Don't get hooked on
Yeah,
Gwent.
yeah. Oh, I'm hooked already, man.
Oh,
That's
my-
what I want to do. I don't even want to go on that quest or an adventure. I want to play
Dude,
Gwent.
you know how many hours of Gwent? Let me tell you real quick how Gwent became like an addiction for me in Witcher 3. That when the special edition came out, the expansions came out, and I had originally got on the PlayStation. I went out and bought the expansions, the hard copies. I still got them upstairs in the closet because they came packed in with the Gwent cards, the actual physical
nice.
cards. So
Right. They're
yeah.
nice.
So I got the 4 factions at that
Nice.
time. But there's an actual Gwent game. You know that, right?
One that I've
Xbox.
never played.
Yeah, on Xbox.
I've never played it. I think
But it's
I've
not the
seen it.
same
I've
as
seen the ad for it, but
Yeah, it's not the same
what
as
the
as
game.
the game in The Witcher 3 though. They modified it and changed it and did a bunch of mess to it that I personally don't like. So
no, it's a simple game.
Yeah.
You could be in and out. I mean,
Yep.
there's nothing that you devote yourself to within the game. It's pretty
Yep.
cool. I always enjoy a game when a game has a game in it. You
Right.
know? There's certain games like that you could actually, walk up to an arcade and actually play a game.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to talk about one day.
yeah. Have you ever played Yakuza?
Sounds familiar. Yeah, I want to say I've
Yakuza.
tried it.
How about you,
Yeah.
Kyle? Have you ever played it?
I don't think so.
No, well, because Henyo just mentioned the game within a game. In Yakuza, you can actually go into like an arcade or several arcades. There's different arcades, and you can play like Outrun and other Sega games that are in the arcade. Oh, there goes Nate. Jumped into the Discord chat. Let's unmute Nate. What's going on, Nate?
What's going on, fellas?
All right, we're gonna have a
Hey,
full
what's
house
up, man?
here. Do you have Rory McIlroy? Are you on Xbox or you just gonna chat with us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chat with you.
All right, you
I don't
gonna
have
hang
I don't
and chat.
have it.
All of
Okay.
our golfers in.
Yeah, all the golfers in. You can launch, Kyle, whenever you're
All
ready.
right, we are going to be in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. Quails Hollow. Here we go.
Nice. Yeah, this was a cool idea, man, that we hook up and just play. I don't know how many. Are we going to play 9, right? Or are we going to play all 18?
I got it set up for a full.
He's got
Oh,
Kyle.
okay.
Kyle loves this game.
Oh.
Kyle,
Okay.
Nah, I don't play it that much. I'm just.
yeah, huh? He just he was practicing in game like what was it? Negative 19? 19 under?
Oh, wow.
PPC at Sawgrass. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
record on that course.
Yeah, but I think he has it set up to where we're gonna be taking turns here and whatnot. And I honestly haven't played this game for over a year or more.
Hey, got
So-
an achievement.
Here we
Nice.
go. Who is this? Is this me? No, that's Kyle.
I th-
That's Kyle.
Yeah, so the idea, just to put some into this, we we were chatting one time, and I mentioned Arnold Palmer
Yes.
golf on the Genesis, and it's one of those games that it's an in between game, right? So, we had our Maddens, we had our NHL hockeys, we had whatever other game that we were always playing, but for some reason or the other, Arnold Palmer was a game that we kind of just snuck in there to have a little bit of fun, and I
Mhm.
remember me and Pito playing this game just for the shits and giggles of it to say.
Right.
And so I mentioned it, maybe a good golf game to bring the fellas together would be a good idea,
Right.
and I'm glad it came together. So I'm happy to be here.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, we definitely took you up on it because I just want to have a chill, off the beaten path stream here, and just the holidays, the Thanksgiving here stateside again, wherever you're listening from. We just celebrate Thanksgiving about 2 weeks ago, and everybody was doing their gluttony feasting and getting with family, and Black Friday has come and gone. Cyber Monday has come and gone. Did anyone do any sort of shopping, whether physical or digital?
Oh yeah.
I try to find some good deals on. Ooh, please squeeze in.
Oh, you're in
in
the
the stand.
you're at the beach.
Sandbox.
Yeah. Yeah. I was busy looking for deals on Steam and stuff like that. There were some good deals out there that were worth again. Is this I'm a press a button type of guy. I'm not an analog guy for
Oh,
golf.
I don't know
Is
if
there
you
an
can
option?
It's
set it
all
up
about
that
your
way.
swing. Straight back, straight forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this anyway.
Yeah, I think this is
That's
set up
pretty
like arcade, so it shouldn't be that
It is.
difficult once you get the hang
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
Okay, if it's an arcade, okay, I
Yeah.
know the analog stick will be a little bit more merciful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well-
my thing. Yeah, I was just looking for steals and deals in Steam. I think I picked up something on the side there. They had the Squadron game, the
Yes.
Star
I
Wars
saw that.
Squadron game
Yeah.
for like $23 or something or less.
Nice.
So, and I wanted to buy that, but I had stopped playing it on the PS4, so
Hmm.
I didn't see me playing it on the PC. So
Okay. Okay. You picked it up to play it 3D, right? You were playing it in VR, I should say. Look at this
correct.
guy. Look at this
Yeah.
guy.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Beautiful shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
There he
We're gonna have
goes.
to turn this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this into a button.
Right? You're gonna have to find the options. And Nate muted us. Nate, I don't know if you muted, if you know you're muted. Maybe he stepped away.
My bad.
Okay, no.
Nah,
I'm
I
just
did. I
saying.
was chumping. I
Nate,
ain't wanna eat
anything
y'all
that you saw during the Black Friday? Any deals? Anything that caught your eye?
I seen a couple things, but I wasn't. I didn't really buy anything. I've been
Okay.
trying to just chill because honestly, I wanted a series, but I didn't have the money for it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
Like,
You
but
trying to
there were
track down a
couple good
Series X?
Bluetooth-
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I was looking into it, but with the wedding coming and everything,
Yeah,
I gotta
man.
count
Yes.
them dollars. So
Yeah. Were you anywhere remotely close to picking one up?
nah, I didn't even. I was just kind of like shopping around to see who had some on shelves because my social media started blowing up and everybody posting pictures with those, and I was like, man, I miss console gaming. Like I miss it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I'm feeling left out.
Yeah, man. I hear you. It's been an interesting adventure. Anyone else been playing anything? Let me tell you what I've been playing. I have been hooked on Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
That game
Yeah.
has me hooked. Okay?
I'll do it to you.
It has me hooked. I think I have like over 40 hours of game time already in it.
I hear my neighbor playing that game.
You hear him? What do you mean you hear him?
Yeah.
That's how mad he is.
No. He's got a thunderous like sound system, so like
Oh, okay.
you could tell when he's playing that game. So from what I hear, it's like a lot of like bashing going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man, I think that's nice.
He's not a loud neighbor by any means, but when he plays that game, it's like
He's
he's
in it.
playing that game. He's in it. He's not using headphones.
Wow. Okay. I wish, man. I have a system as well, but I can't boom it like that unless I find those rare occasions where I'm home alone. So but
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Dude, Dark Souls 3, and I think I mentioned it here before. I don't know if you guys have had an experience with any of the Dark Souls or Demon Souls or what's the other
Shakiro, I
one?
did.
Even
Shakiro.
Bloodborne, like Bloodborne. But Dark Souls was one of those games that I picked up and I put it down real quick because I got my butt kicked. But I heard someone reviewing it. Oh, look at this guy. Almost got in a hole again. But I got distracted.
Just to fill the folks in, I've had the most strokes in, so I'm in dead last already. It's only
okay.
the second hole. We haven't even finished the second hole, and I'm dead last.
You good, man. You good. I think I should have moved it. But anyways,
You should have tried Sekiro. Sekiro is really good, and it's made by the people who made Dark Souls.
dude, it was on
Oh, never
sale. Just yesterday was the last day of the Black Friday sales for Xbox, and I think it was like 25% off or something. Anyways, but dude, Dark Souls, I played it and then I put it down because I was going about it the wrong way, and then I realized it's an RPG, and now I'm loving it, bro. The whole monotony grind that's just my type of game, bro. It is.
I was actually looking for Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Oh,
Yeah.
that game looks dope.
Yeah, I was looking for a sale on that one. I didn't come across.
Okay.
I wanted to pay like nothing for it, but I'm a very cheap guy when it comes to gaming.
Frugal is the word, not cheap.
Frugal, all right.
Frugal.
Okay, I consider myself cheap.
Cheap?
Even 1999 is like, damn it.
Yeah.
How much for one rib?
How much of one rib?
I'm that type of guy. Can you pour the soda in my hand?
Yeah, right. Pour it in my hand. That's what I was gonna say. The cup, man, just pour it in my hand.
How much for a sip?
Oh man, that's crazy. It's like how
But
much?
you know what? I get games for so cheap that I'm able to collect a lot of them. So
Nice.
instead of spending for one game, I could get 3 games for the same cost.
You're
I'm
the
that type of
guy.
gamer.
You're the guy diving into the bin, right? Like the big bin where they have all the DVD tapes and all that stuff going on.
I'm the reason GameStop changed their rewards membership.
Oh my god.
That this guy's getting over on us.
Exactly.
They were giving
got
you
hit to
money
me.
back, right, on the checkout.
That's
King
right.
was couponing for video games, man.
But no, that's
Yeah, literally, yeah.
let me tell you, unless you've experienced that, I saw this and I have a confession, and Nate, I hope you don't feel bad, but I need to confess, guys. I have an Xbox Series X.
Ooh.
And
And here I am looking for a 38.
No, I saw, I think.
dude, it's I can't tell you, I kind of understand, and I walked into this one, okay? My testimony short and sweet. I was up like I usually am on a Sunday to review my class, and I got done doing that, drinking coffee, and I said, you know what? Everybody's still asleep. I'm done. Let me check out YouTube. Clicked on YouTube, and there was this streamer out there talking about, Best Buys is doing a drop at 6 a.m. Mind you, it's already 6:30, and I'm like, yeah, nobody's getting nothing. If I'm going to go on, it's gone. And so I went on Microsoft, as a matter of fact, not Best Buys. I went on Microsoft, and Microsoft, as soon as I clicked on, I kid you not, it was 6:45 on the dot in the morning. I clicked on the Microsoft site, and the first thing that popped up was the all access for the Xbox. And the button was lit, like green lit. And I said,
That moment you've been waiting for in the previous podcast.
dude, you remember I said that I had not once, but twice I was able to get it in my cart, but not check it out.
Right.
And I saw that button green lit, and I was like, nah, dude, I moved in slow motion because I thought it was a lie. Like I said, man, this ain't real. So I moved I moved my mouse pointer over the button, clicked it. When I clicked it, it said, we're gonna pre-qualify you something, right? And I'm like, what is this? So they asked me 2 questions. I put in my info, and it said, you've been approved. Continue your shopping. And I was like, what? It redirected me to Best Buys. And on the Best Buys, I was able to get the Xbox Series X with the 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate, which I don't need, but it's built in the box. And I'm doing this in slow motion. Like, I'm taking my sweet time. I click it. It goes in the cart. I click it again. Checked out. It said, congratulations, you'll get an email. I was like, nah, this is a lie. I said, this is a lie. This ain't happening. I said, this ain't happening. And again, and I got the email, and it said, we got your order. We will let you know when it's ready for pickup. And I'm like, nah, man.
Pickup?
Yeah, for pickup. Wow. For pickup, bro. It gave me the date. Now, mind you, the story's not done, okay? Gave me the date for Friday, for the Black Friday, okay? And I'm like, okay, Black Friday, all right. Well, it was Wednesday, and I got another, no, it was Friday. It was Black Friday, actually. And I had the day off after Thanksgiving, and they didn't send me the notice to go pick it up. And I'm like, dag, man, these people waited all day. I didn't get it Friday. Saturday, they sent me a notice and said, oh, it's been delayed till December 4. Right? And I was like, you see, I knew it. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Guess what happens next? For whatever reason, I go back on the Microsoft site. That's following Sunday. I go back on the Microsoft site, and it allows me to reserve another one on on Best Buys. So I reserved another one on Best Buys. So I got 2 in the cart now. Well, I got 2 supposedly pending, right? And I'm like, this ain't happening, man. This is not real. Long and short.
You realize that you were in for 2, though. You're like, okay, I'm going all in.
Yeah, I'm going all in. I'm gonna get one. Whichever one comes through, if it's real, it's gonna come through. Long and short of it, brother. The thing is, guys, the second one I ordered actually came through first. Okay, it came on Wednesday of that following week. At night. And no, it wasn't at nighttime. It was daytime. I went quick, fast, in a hurry. I didn't believe it until I saw them bringing it out to my vehicle. I teared up. Yeah. Dude, I took a picture of it. I caressed that box. I said, I can't believe I got this. I was going to stop at the bank on the way home. And I said, nah, because this box is in here. And I'm going to have to shoot somebody if they try to break in my car. I said, nope. I went straight home. All the things that I had to do did not get done. Went home, and I did an unboxing video if you guys want to check that out. But it's sweet. It's what I've experienced, Henya, what you've experienced on PC, maybe Kyle as well, and Nate, what you guys have experienced, if you've already experienced the SSD, the speed of this Xbox is amazing. The loading times, oh my gosh, bro. It's sick. It's sick. I think it's almost as fast, if not faster, than my computer.
I was bumping around town, and I kept going like into GameStops and Wally Marts, and I kept asking, you got a system? I knew the GameStop, literally every GameStop I went to claimed we only got 2 in. We only got 2 in. We only got 2 in. So I'm like, so wait a minute. Every time in the mornings when you walked in, the first 2 dudes, anyone behind the first 2 dudes, you told them you're late. So right? Imagine the person being third, being told, we don't have one for you. Just totally must be like, oh, so like, what do you mean? You don't even have 3? You got 2? Every GameStop just kept saying, I don't know if this was a line they were feeding, the people
it
or
was.
what, but
it was.
I can't imagine them just having 2 consoles for a store per store.
Let me tell you who
Yeah,
came
that's
through. Best
ridiculous.
Buys came through. Walmart came through. Now, I'm not talking about if you try to secure it online because the bots were crazy. I got lucky. Like, I don't know what happened, in the universe or whatever, because I had already resigned. I had said, I'm not getting a box until like next year, April. I had given up. So me just happened to be on the site, but not once, twice. And it
Yeah,
being
that's
there, that was crazy. And I didn't finish. I actually got the second box.
oof.
I
Merry
actually
Christmas.
got called and got the second box, but I already got rid of it. Thankfully, somebody who overheard me talking about the box and whatever said, "Hey, I'll take that off your hands," and I'm like, gladly. So,
Nice.
you know, I was glad I didn't make $1 on it. I wasn't trying to scalp anybody or whatever, but the experience, something I've learned is if you didn't reserve, your chances of getting one slim to none. I just got lucky, like really lucky. That's how
Let
I
me ask you
feel.
this.
Hmm.
Let me ask you this. What is the one game that you wanted to load up first?
The game I wanted to load up and the game I actually loaded are two different things.
Hmm. Okay, which is the one you wanted to load up? Like, what's the one that you kind of bought the system for? If to say.
Okay, to be honest, the game that I wanted to play and I still want to play is Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yes, sir.
I want to play Jedi Fallen Order because I wanted to play it in those 60 frames per second.
Well,
That's because I played the beginning of that game on the
yeah,
Xbox, just Xbox One X, and I
yeah.
can tell that the frame rates were all over the place. I could tell.
Really?
Um,
I didn't know this frame rate.
yeah,
Maybe.
I could tell. I could tell. There was some timing issues there. Like, like when you play Dark Souls, if you don't roll at the right time, you're gonna get chewed up. Even if you played Bloodborne, the same thing. It's just the frame rates are terrible. They're not locked. It's not like an even 30. They're like 30, 45, 12. It's all over the place. But Jedi Fallen Order being locked at 60 frames, yeah, that's what I want to play. But I wound up playing Dark Souls 3, and I haven't looked back since. I've been playing Dark Souls 3. I've been playing Dark Souls 3. I've been playing Sonic, the driving one, the one I was playing the other
All right.
day. Yeah, I'm playing Batman, Return to Arkham Asylum. That's one
Nice.
thing I've noticed.
Mm.
With the new Xbox Series X, I thought the feature, what was that? That quick resume feature? I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna use this, man. Like, I'm not gonna play 3, 4 games at the same time. Like, why do I want this? Like, why does anyone want this? Me, I want it, bro. I can't live without it now because I have Metro Exodus on pause. I have the Sonic All Star Racing on pause.
That's crazy.
Nice.
I have Dark Souls on pause. So I just jump between, 1, 2, 3 of those games back and forth. And it's seamless, bro. I tell you, I can't live without this feature anymore. I can't. I can't go back.
Can you see? Have y'all been seeing like some of the talk about the emulation people paying like
Yes.
on there?
The emulation,
Oh,
yes. Yup.
I heard some really good things. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. I tell you what, if I didn't have a PC that I already run emulators on, I would pick up an Xbox Series S, the lower end one, and just use it as an emulation station.
Yeah, I heard the S is really good for it.
Yep. Have you heard about
That's
that,
what I was thinking of
Henyo
picking up
Kyle?
this. No.
Yeah. I got a link and was checking it out, and that's just wicked. That's like the dream to be able to play everything on one.
Yes.
That's like that to me. That would be like a must-have, and I know I'm a ways away from that right now.
Right.
But let me tell you, real quick, just a break in the action because I feel like I'm playing with a loaded hand of cards. Do you guys know about the ball manipulation that with the A button when it's in the air?
Nope. You're telling
No.
us now
Okay.
that we in the fifth hole
Well,
and he's got a lead.
I'm watching and I'm going, these guys don't look like they're putting any spin on the ball.
Nope. I was trying to figure that out.
Dude, man,
Well,
I play the game with an A button.
While,
I'm not
while
into
the
the
ball-
analog backspin, cutting, slicing shit.
While
I was
the
just
ball's
like,
in the
"Hey,
air,
hey, hey."
while the ball's in the air, you can tap the A button and then move
Okay.
your joystick in the direction you want to influence the ball. Also, let me share this with you real quick. Like I said, I feel like I'm playing
Gee,
with a loaded
thanks.
deck. Whenever you're
Got
going
him.
uphill, okay? Whenever you're going uphill,
Oh.
by the way, that was nice and really
That
close.
shot.
Uh-huh.
When you're putting uphill, you
Yeah.
got to add a little bit of distance. Like if your arrow is sitting at 36 feet
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
8 inches, add a foot or so to it, like that putt right there.
This,
Yeah. I tried to move over to the left.
and you know
No,
what
dude,
he's really
Let
saying?
me tell you something.
He's saying,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want this to be more challenging, man. I'm like
Right.
spanking you guys. So let me
And you know-
school you to make you better.
Honest,
And you know what I'm
honestly,
telling
I kind
you?
of felt bad at
We need to
first
make
because
this-
I'm like,
He kind of felt bad.
just give an update here. I'm up. I got +7.
Uh-huh. Kyle got
Kyle is
minus
-6. -6. And end time is over at +1 here.
Yeah,
So,
I just
take a
dropped
bird
one,
on
so-
that one.
or picked up one.
You should have made. If you really wanted to give me a handicap, you should have made my controller the button.
Right.
Oh, geez.
The meter? You're used to the hot shot
yeah.
golf
Yeah.
meter. That's what it
I'm
is.
used to the meter. Yeah, I'm a meter guy. I'm not a.
Yeah.
I just
yeah,
finished
yeah.
playing MLB The Show where it's metered.
Well, you can't change it in your setting, or is it just fixed?
I think it's fixed. I went in and I tried to look
okay.
at it.
So
Controller,
yeah, the controls on it.
yeah,
Let's see.
that's all right. We're just having fun, man. Or it's good, man. Play through, man. Play through.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh man.
It's not like the Xbox is up for grabs.
Right?
Yeah,
Then I would have had a YouTube video playing on the side of how to play this game.
Right? Come on. I ain't see no backspin on that one, but okay. He lied to us.
It's at the pinnacle of the.
Oh man. But let me
Yeah, man. Good for you, man. I mean, you got an Xbox. I was just like, whatever store I walked into, I was just like, do you have one? You know, just to cherry pick. You know, do
they
you
were
have
like,
one?
no.
Do you have one? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I didn't
And
even
for a second, I
bother.
thought I almost came across a PlayStation.
Let me
So
tell
I was
you,
like,
PlayStation
let me
PlayStation
check.
has been very elusive, bro. Like, I think definitely more people have gone after the PlayStation than they have the Xbox. Because now that I got the Xbox, I've actually seen it pop up here and there, but the PlayStation, not at all, man.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It'll be hard pressed. You're looking at early next year, or like in other words, like first quarter next year.
Mm.
So if you don't have a system by now, it's gonna get it.
Yeah,
It's gonna
again,
be even
I'm
more
sorry,
speedy.
guys. I feel I feel fortunate because walking into it was just, I don't know, man. It was just one of those things, man.
Yeah. No, but you had the persistence to go after it.
yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't even trying. I was just like, okay, if it's there or not. I don't think I had big plans to get
Get in the
the
hole.
original Xbox. Ooh, just missed that one. Sam, I think I told you I was gonna plan to get the S, the white one. The
Yes.
standard one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't have, and I still don't have him. It wasn't a Christmas gift request. I went in all in on the PC.
Yeah.
That's why I spent my money.
Yeah, I hear you.
It'll come down the road.
Yep.
I
I
happen.
I was hoping against hope really, really before the console. I wanted to pick up a graphics card. But that was like, forget about it,
serious?
Ooh.
Wow.
Stopped right short of the
Hanging
hole.
on the lip.
And you know, I think for me, it's there's there is a desire. I do want the system, but the fact that I don't have a display for it,
Mm.
kind of like it's like, all right, I'm not ready for it. Why am I gonna play in 1080p? Why am I
Right,
gonna play that console in 1080p?
right,
It
right,
makes no
Yeah.
it
right.
just makes no sense. You gotta have the display to show the power of that console.
Yeah,
Oh, you did the same thing that Kyle did.
I know,
There's
right?
pine tar on the rim of that
Yeah, there
cup.
must
I'm
have
just
been because it
saying.
it stopped like immediately on the edge. I'll tell you, and yes, I made another video on, and you guys should check it out. It's about flickering on your, if you have an LG, I have an LG OLED C9. The C10 is like what everyone is raving about, rightfully so, but the C9 is compatible as well. And do your homework on any other brands like Samsung, TCL, all these other companies. But the long and short, what I want to say is that I actually went on a credible YouTube site with a TV calibrator. And I was looking at his settings and going through the whole thing. And once I was done, I started getting a screen flicker. And I was like, what's going on? And I saw another one of his videos and he talked about whatchamacallit, how there was no solution for it and no software was gonna fix it and blah blah blah. And I didn't give up. And the long and short of it was I found another YouTuber who had the same issue and he showed how he put his settings, and it was when you go into your settings, you can actually on these TVs you can choose to whether put it in regular like game mode or PC mode. And I had it on PC mode, and that's what was causing the flickering, because the signal that was being sent to the panel and the signal that was coming from the box wasn't syncing up. So I was getting flickering. And once I changed it back to game mode, I'm all my check marks are checked off. Like I can play games that are equipped to play at 120, 4K, or or 1440, whatever the setting may be. But yeah, I thought it was an issue at first, but it's not. But there's a lot of misinformation out there. Is what I want to say about that. Because some people were saying, "Oh, the Xbox is faulty," blah 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 blah, and it was none of that. Okay, I'm gonna put some backspin on this. Let's see if
Yeah, you have to continuously press the A
Yeah,
button.
that's what I'm
It's
doing
not
now.
like a-
There it is.
All
There
right,
it is. There it is. Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh my lord.
Look at that.
That's a
Good.
good
Okay, he
match.
wasn't lying.
Uh,
But
And
yeah,
how,
guys,
how fast you tap the button
I
is
tapped it
based
pretty.
on
I was like,
how much you get.
okay.
ta- ta- ta-
Well,
ta- ta-
thank
ta-
you
ta-
for
ta- ta.
telling me that now after the shot.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. Is this a hole in one? No, it's not.
Doink.
No. Oh. I thought it was going to come
But
back.
it is a setup for an eagle.
Oh my god, this.
Are you watching this, Nate? Yeah, Nate is on YouTube watching us playing.
Mm-hmm.
Must be. But yeah, but
you what.
I tell you what, guys, it's what I learned about the release of these consoles, the announcements of these consoles almost a year ago. Well, at least Xbox was almost a year ago, and then PlayStation later on. I liken it to when 4K came out on the market, and people were talking about, oh, 4K, it's the new thing, blah blah blah. And you're still playing on your SDR TV, and you're like, 1080 is fine. I don't see what the big deal is until you actually are standing right in front of it. And you go, oh, I understand now. Like, I'm a believer. Look at this thing. I can't believe this, man. Yeah, that's how it is. Like, there's no way that you can really advertise and display what these next gen consoles do until you actually have it and you're playing it for yourself. And like you said, Henyo, on you have to have the display for it, because what good is having a high end system and you don't have the right display for it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, it's you're not gonna get the benefit out of it. Dude, HDR is the real deal. Like HDR has breathed life into a ton of these games. Batman Arkham, Return to Arkham Asylum. I was like, wow.
The texture quality and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And that's like
Probably the only thing that's missing is like the bit mapping, in which you
Yeah.
kind of see a little bit more of a rough course over the texture.
yeah.
Sometimes with those older games, that's the one thing you're missing. The
Oh,
texture,
snap.
right? The resolution will get better, but
Right.
the bit mapping, the little bumps and stuff like that are
Right.
flat versus.
Oh,
But
Right.
and that's what you're seeing now with the
about
4K
to get
games.
sacked.
And there's a lot of
Heck.
whatchamacallit, you can tell that there's a lot of room for growth. Like they haven't even begun to start tapping into like the technology. Like none of these games that are out now are next gen. None. Even the optimized, Xbox Series X and S games, and even on the PlayStation, the same thing. None of these are true next gen games.
Right. That's why I was curious to find out what game were you really looking forward to
Yeah.
playing on this as soon as you got the system.
Yeah, to be 100, I got the system. The only thing that I really enjoy about the system, I knew there was no new games, and I have a backlog and a half. I wanted to get the system for what I'm experiencing now. The convenience of the speed, the quick resume, the smart delivery. It's
That's a great feature.
legit. It's legit because I had experienced that in on the PC. So my thing was, if I can get this on the console, and like I said,
right.
it's legit. Get in the hole. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
man. Unbelievable.
That ricocheted off the hole there.
Yeah, it hit the hole, the pole, and danced around it, and
You hit the flag, man.
Mm,
That flag had been pulled, it might have went
look
in.
at this guy. I think he was gonna go
Oh, no.
bloop.
Nope.
But yeah, all the comforts. Ooh, all the comforts that you get with the next gen. And what's exciting is that again, they haven't even touched any of the next gen features on it. Like I can't wait to see what happens when that first real next gen game comes, and it has like everything, the texturing, the ray tracing,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's what I can't wait
Well, they
for.
announced for the flight simulator, they're waiting for that game to come out on
Wow.
the Xbox, on the new Xbox, for
Mhm.
them to release DirectX 12, which
Ooh,
is
okay.
a better quality. So Microsoft is even holding back on that feature on the PC for the sake of kind of releasing it on the Xbox.
Like simultaneous.
Right. So it's almost like we'll give you that that DirectX 12, which is a technology for graphics. But they're kind of holding out on that, which is, to me, it's a little fucked
Nice.
up. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta. We don't have a choice if we gotta wait. So
Yeah. I think
that
even
that
more so
enhances the
that's
graphics as well.
I think even more so that's Xbox's plan moving forward with this next gen console is to blur and unify the console and the PC.
Uh,
And it works to their strength.
I
I
believe
think
it.
I think people, when they see Flight Simulator on a console, I don't think it's gonna be a real tight simulator. It's gonna be more arcadish for
Mhm.
the Xbox, because the game is sort of arcadish on the PC already. That's the big gripe with the community. They don't feel as realistic enough, right? So you got a lot of pilots and a lot of trainers and stuff like that talking about the authenticity is really not quite there. And that's because the game is still being kind of polished, right?
Right.
So the way I see the way they rolled it out was They put the game out, and then like every other week, they push out an update to enhance the game or to bring more graphics to the game. Like for example, after the game released, they gave you the textures for Japan, right? So the Japan area was a lot better looking. And just in this last update, they gave you USA. So now there's certain what do you call it, landmarks that are well defined and better. And they're doing that throughout the whole world, right? It's almost like they're building the game in front of you while they release it,
Right.
which is like
Nice.
you can technically say they released an unfinished game, but
Mm.
I think it's because the size of the game is so big, they couldn't give you a full game in one shot. You would have been downloading for days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they gave you the game, a beautiful game. People are gonna really see the graphics powers in that game because it looks beautiful. It's stunning. Sam, I told you I flew around our old neighborhood,
Yeah.
and you could see that, like, detailed stuff, the lollipop street,
That's
the
crazy.
color of our building. I flew around my building here in the
That's dope.
Bronx. It's exactly, I mean, just like you're looking over in Google Maps. I'm sorry, I'm holding up the game here.
No,
Um,
that's cool. Take your time.
uh, it's really well defined as far as graphically, and that's what's gonna, what these gamers are gonna see on the Xbox when they see a taste of what PC gamers have been seeing.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to now that next gen is here, Nate and Kyle? Chime in on this. Like, what do you guys want to experience or see, whether you have, an experience with PC or not? Because a lot of this stuff that we talking about, PC's been enjoying this for the longest, and we haven't even talked about DLSS, right? Which is something that's sneaking up on PC, and people are like raving about it now and saying, "Hey, this is better than ray tracing." It's more efficient. It's less taxing on computers, and it's just overall great. So
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
any of y'all chime in.
Go ahead, Nate.
I think for me, personally, I'm gonna pause. I'm playing real quick. Um, I think like I've always been
Wow.
split between
Oh,
different
shut it.
consoles because there's those certain type of games that you can only get on certain machines, like
Mm-hmm.
only on PC it's good, but the port is not good, or only on PlayStation. So I'm just excited to see like those really in-depth story
Nice shot.
driven
Nice.
games,
Thanks.
to see what they're gonna do. Because I know a lot of people like, and see, I'm old. Like for me, PlayStation. The only reason why I enjoyed it was because for a lot of the single player games, they were dope. They were in depth.
Mm-hmm.
They had that suck you in feel. But on Xbox, they didn't really. There were a lot of games I was like, eh.
I agree.
Like the only reason why I'd get a PlayStation is just for this single player game.
Yeah.
But for Xbox, I'm not gonna get it. So I'm just hoping that now this will open the door where there's some games, like some of those games, I'll be like, oh snap, it's on Xbox now. Okay, let's do this. Or even there's some there's some mobile games which I've seen a little bit of that. I'm like, yo, if they were to take this and make it into a console game, it would be hands
Mm,
down like lit
Mm.
compared to, because it has a great idea, great like just great creativity but it's just in a mobile setting, but it would just look dope in a system. So
what One of the things I think is needed, um, is more artificial intelligence processing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the game looks graphically beautiful, but you want the game to react appropriately, right? You want your bots
yes.
to be a little bit more smarter. You just don't want a bot that you can walk up to and kind of shoot.
Right.
The bot has to sense you. So what I think, with greater processing power, you'll have that capability for the computer to not only manage the graphics, but also kind of handle the the algorithm to like sense what the player is doing, right? So, just like when we shoot, it'll shoot back, but to react when it comes into our radius or our circumference. How it's going to interact with the environment and stuff like that. So hopefully the processing power will be there to kind of push the artificial intelligence to react a little bit more appropriate to the to the
Yeah.
setting.
So
That's what
so
I hope that they
That
really
reminds
work.
me of Splinter Cell, like back in the day. Like when you first played Splinter Cell, the AI was just ridiculous. Like hands down, it had to have been the hardest stealth game. Couldn't shoot nobody, and
Yep.
like literally the AI was on you. Like whatever you did, and
Yep.
in Chaos Theory, they had this neat feature that they've never used in any game, and I'll forever talk about it. But they had in Chaos Theory, when you're playing the co-op mode, there was a microphone sensitivity mode,
That's
and
right.
I tested it. Like literally, if you're talking too loud and you're next to the AI will get spooked and will turn around and just start gun blazing. And it was, and you're sitting here talking to your friend who's also sneaking into the room or they're in another room. So it has really added a dope element because you actually really had to whisper like, "Nah, I'm over here. I'm waiting for this guy to move." Like, you know, things like that. I think is just that's like next level to me. Like PlayStation when they did the whole tilt thing with the controller, it added something different. But I think just you know, make something cool to like where we're
More. Yeah.
just like where it kind of sucks you in more where you're like,
Right.
okay, that's dope. Like I didn't really think that was gonna happen. Um Even like some mobile games I've noticed, a lot of them, some of them they'll actually make you take the screen and move the screen around versus you just using the thumbsticks like and it's just like, oh, okay, never mind. Like I played some shooters where literally you're standing there with your tablet, like turning around in circles trying to shoot your enemies, and I'm like, that's different. I like that
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's
Like,
avoiding you, right? It's not just standing out there and shooting back. It has the intelligence to go, okay, I got hit one time, let me duck. Or
right.
I forgot. I want to say that maybe it was Half Life, in which if one bot kind of got spooked, like either you shoot a light off or something like that, the bot got kind of spooked and would call in reinforcements.
Yep.
So that type of intelligence is what some of these games lack. Some of them are actually pretty good. I think the Division was doing a pretty good job of that. um I think
Too
it was
good
really
with
good
them
in the
hunters.
first one. Yeah. Yeah. I think the first one was better at that than the second one, if I recall.
Yeah, I think Nate just mentioned like the hunters. You had to get out of their field of view in order
Right.
to get away from them.
Right.
And I mean I might be wrong. I don't. They could have built on that. But AI learning. Let me ask two questions, and then I want Kyle to actually chime in on this one. But these two questions, I'm gonna put it there just to keep the conversation going. How far or how near do you guys think we are as to AI learning, that being something that we're going to see in games and it's going to actually be a part of, just our experience? And the second question to that, separate from that, is do you think that PlayStation has an opportunity now with their controller to maybe implement some of this stuff that you guys were talking about and not just it being something gimmicky? So let me let Kyle chime in on this topic if he wants to jump into these two questions, and then you guys chat about that as well. Kyle, where are you at? Did he mute
It's my turn,
himself?
so I'm gonna show. Yeah, he muted
Nah, he's there.
himself.
Oh, he's there.
can you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Okay. So, first, let me say this. You guys, you know that game that you play, and it just kind of like, it's almost like it steals your soul. You immerse yourself so far into it that you
Dark
wonder if you're
Souls
coming
3.
back. Yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic too.
So, our dear brother who is not on here with us tonight, again, much love and prayer out to him. Involved me with a game that was just that. In fact, it came to the point where I'm like, I have to put this down or else I'm going to be sleeping with the dog outside, you know?
Man, that's
and
rough. That's rough.
and
No pun
so
intended.
it actually
Nice.
plays to the question that you just said. It was the sniper contract game. And any of you who've ever played a shooting game with me know that that's my forte. I love sniping. And I'm fair. I won't say I'm good at it, but I'm fair.
Listen, he doesn't like sniping. He likes guns. Okay. He's ready for zombie apocalypse, all right? He's the friend that you want for a zombie apocalypse. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, this game is so immersive, and I've logged a ton of time in it. To only say that I've passed the second of the levels that it has to offer in all that time, because the AI is almost adaptive, and it's quite annoying because I'm used to stupid AI,
Right.
and so
Hmm.
y'all are sitting here thinking about it, talking about it learning. I'm thinking, man, if they get too much smarter than this sniper contracts, I'm gonna be buying controllers. I'm gonna be.
It's true. I can see it.
Somebody's gonna be like, "Hey man, I like what you did with your decorations. You must love Xbox." Like, no, I just got mad and now it's in the drywall.
So
Yeah.
you
I tell
think
you what,
there's a point that it could be overwhelming and too much? Oh, Jay is in the chat on YouTube. He's like, I'm loving the show. Much love to you, brother. We miss you,
What
man.
up, what
Wish
up?
you was in
Sir.
here,
Love you
man.
too, bro.
Mr. Big Bro.
So yeah, so keep that chat up. Don't let me interrupt. I'm gonna stay shut because I'm enjoying myself and hearing you guys
Yeah,
chatting on this.
well, it's immersive. It really is. So if it gets beyond that, phew, got our work
I
cut out
think
for us.
what I think is you need players, and what I mean players, software developers that are coming from the life of things of they call it the life of things. Technology in which it's AI learning, right? So it gets used to your patterns. For example, Amazon's really good at that, in which they have software that kind of picks up on patterns, right? So it says
Yeah.
you could create software that when you come through the door, you flick on your switch, you turn on your TV, you go make a coffee, and you start the stove for dinner, right? So now with Wi-Fi and all these things, before while you're coming out of your car, all these things are starting up, right? Because Amazon has that capability to give the house instructions, right, to start building, to start preparing the home for when you arrive. So that forward type of thinking, that bringing things to life idea, right? So Amazon's really good at that. Well, we need that in the gaming realm, in which the developers could create games that are going to start adapting to you from the minute that you boot up to that game. It's already learning your pattern. It knows that you like to shoot and then duck, right? So it starts picking up on that. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? When the developers wrap their hands around that technology and that type of programming, that's when you're going to see intensity in gaming.
That's some
Right now,
Skyfall stuff. That's some Terminator there stuff. That's you talking
yeah,
about,
yeah.
That
right?
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's there. It's there.
Are
We're
you
there. We just don't
Sakana?
have the right. We just don't have the developers and to
That's
everyone's
that
too much focused
Skynet.
on making a game look so good. Everyone wants the game to look so good, but no, and yeah, you got communities that say, the game sucks because, the AI sucks.
Yeah.
But it's for the majority, people are playing games because it looks pretty, right? What's
Right.
on the cover and what you see on your TV. That's why I'm playing the game. I've played terrible games that look beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
regretted, I regretted making that decision,
That's why there's
but then
retro
this,
heads.
and that's why most, some retro gamers like older games because the intelligence was there, the
Right.
strategizing was there, so they'll go back to those games and they'll replay those games. Yeah, they know how the outcome is going to be, but you know what, the AI gave them a what do you call it, just
Man.
it gave them competition, it gave them something to think
Yeah.
about. You just couldn't run and gun and do things, there were
Play Gears
consequences.
2 Horde mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and darn the pine tar on the corner of these cups.
Yeah.
There's your AI.
I'm trying to get under, man. I've been like hanging here on this +1 for like the last 3 holes, I think, man. And I'm like, can't get under for the life. Not even. I'd be happy with even right now.
Scoreboard update. I'm +12. Kyle, end time is +1, and Kyle is -9. So
It's not, yeah.
Oh snap!
Don't worry. The next
I'm way behind.
the next 18 holes, I think, will be different. Now that we know to put spin on the ball and all this other stuff, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be different for
You're
me.
not too sure. But what do you guys think? We talked about the AI. We're talking about the AI, and it's interesting because it's something that personally I haven't really thought about for a while. But I'm with you guys on that. Like AI learning, that'd be amazing across the board. From action games to sports games. Just would that eliminate like difficulty settings? Like, you no longer have to pick between easy, normal, and hard. It's just
Basically,
a game
would
and it
adapt.
develops with you.
yeah. It would just be the adaption level, like how much it adapts to you.
Right.
I think honestly we're already there. I think we have some games that do it already, but
MLB,
I think
the show
that
does that.
with yeah. See, the thing is that gamers, not for nothing, but we, I'm gonna not step on the soapbox by making this comment, but people are a lot more tender nowadays. So I think that when you start bringing that equation in, people gonna hardcore hate it. You just mentioned Dark Souls because of the AI, everything, the game. That game, I've heard more people hate that game, just all around. And I played, I was like, I don't see it. But then after I saw certain stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. I see why.
Yeah.
But I think we've always had it, but they just don't turn it on like that because people are gonna be freaking out. Like, yo, this is not cool. Like, I can't. We're used to nowadays. Like, who doesn't play a game? And when you find that trick, or you find that little crack in the cement where, oh, hey, there's a glitch here. We can work this. We can farm this one spot right here. Who doesn't do that? Gamers look for that nowadays. Like, that's why YouTube has gotten famous, because it's like, yo, we got to find this weak point now all of a sudden. And then when you're playing a game that, oh, so they want to bottleneck us, so okay, fine, we just gonna stay out here. We ain't even gonna run in the door no more. We're gonna force them to come out.
Right.
And then it's like, whoa, okay,
It's
hold up.
game playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you can't outsmart the AI. The AI is learning, and especially in the world of tactical shooters, that would be really crazy, because I think that honestly would make it dope, though, because it would just make those moments that we've had in Division just that more intense.
Yeah.
Because it's like we can't bust out with any of our tricks and any of our schemes that we know work for sure, because it's like the AI is learning, you know.
Well, you just brought up a good point, Nate. I know, and Pops is part of Population Killer. He's part of our DFG family over on Discord. He's one of the few cats that I know that he looks to break them games, and he finds stuff. And he breaks games. He finds the loophole, the trick, the secret wall, whatever it is. If somebody's gonna find it, it's gonna be him. If someone's gonna exploit it, it's gonna be him. And I even think that Jay in a way, being a retro head, he's also the type that he finds, through gameplay, the builds, the patterns, and the exploits. Not me. Like, I'm not looking for them. If I find something, I'm gonna run into it. So in that sense, I kind of like classify myself as like the average gamer, because I play the game and I'm like, okay, the game is intended to be played this way. That's the way I'm gonna play it. Like, I'm not looking for like the fifth leg on the cat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Cat got 4 legs. I'm not looking for that 5th leg.
Yeah.
Where do you guys fall in that? Like, are any of you guys like,
it it
looking to
almost
break
falls into
games?
yeah, when you find a break in the game, or whatever, let's call it a break in the game, right, in which you're able to get more resource or enhance your player quickly. It's almost like a cheat code, right? And I've made the mistake of using a cheat code on a game, and it took away from the game so
Everything,
much,
yeah.
because you know you kind of like the progression of the game either getting harder, of you collecting things to make you better, but the game will still always be competitive. But when
Mhm.
you find a break in the game and you exploit it, it's almost like you're bypassing the journey, right? It's you're just going from A to B without the journey.
Mhm.
um because you're getting, you're picking up everything to enhance you.
Right.
um so in that respect, I don't like the cheat codes anymore. I don't like, I'd rather grind it out and figure out a way around it than to just
Yeah.
continue to exploit a game, or
Yeah.
find the break in the game. It just takes away from me. I love single player games, and if I find an exploit in the game, I try to avoid it. If there's a cheat code, I try to avoid it. Unlimited lives, I try to avoid it. Whatever the type of gameplay that you play, I try to avoid it, only for the sake, because it just takes away from it. Really does.
It takes away
Segue,
from the experience.
Destiny.
Jay in this chat says, "No, you guys do that far better than me. It's mostly helpful for speed running." And that's
Yeah.
another thing. How would AI? I mean, there's a bunch of questions, and we're having a great conversation here, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. But we're talking about AI learning now, and I mean, how does that affect speed runners when a game is adapting to you? I mean, does that go
Hmm.
away? Does that get bumped to another level? Does AI learning ever get that good that it
Man,
will crush you no matter how good you are?
And
I there's 2 examples I have for that. Destiny being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny was the poster child, if not the king of. I had what killed it for me, and just going along with what Henyo said, is when I started playing with other people, there was no. It wasn't like Division when we played together, and it's like I shoot enemies, they fall. Even if I didn't do any damage, I felt good because I saw the reticle light up and they fell. Okay. In Destiny, it was basically stand on this rock here, because as long as you're on this rock, they can't shoot you.
Right,
Let me
right.
go over here and jump on this rock. Follow what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the end, everybody's going to shoot their left foot. Then we're going to jump out the game and jump back in. Hey,
Right.
it's a glitch where you can get the most glimmer. Um, and it just turned into this building resources. And my mind works like this. Like, so
Pine tar.
why are we building why are we building a, like, y'all going to war or something? Like, is there something I don't know about? Because y'all building up a lot of arsenal for no reason.
Right.
Like, for no reason. Is this basically a gun collection that pretty much you're not even really using because you can only hold one at a time? And
I
then you
think
always got that guy who's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna flash on y'all. Let me go get my suit real quick and come
Right.
back. That's on fire. You make everybody feel special because his suit's on fire and he do all this crazy stuff looking like an archangel or whatever. You know what I mean? So, and then the next game though, but I love this game, is Gears of War. Gears of War Part 2, Horde mode. When you were playing Horde mode too, right? And you had that shield and you played on a certain levels, you put that shield up. That was your defense. The AI didn't know what to do. It would just sit there all day in front of the shields. So it was common practice after every round, everybody go pick up the shields. If we lose the shields, we gonna lose this round.
Mm.
But Gears 3, they changed that. So when you went to Gears 3, because now they built it on the money system where now you build the area and you build reinforcements, it was completely different. It took out the fun of horde mode, and it's still the same dynamic that if they crush all your defenses, the enemy rushes in. And just like the hunters, they come right in, and they just annihilate you.
Mhm.
One shot, one kill, no nothing. And I looked at that like, if you played Gears, that enemy learns you. Sometime there'd be that one enemy in horde mode just hanging out, and your buddy can see him on a screen with his back against the wall, and he's like, "No, you gonna come find me."
Mhm.
And
Right.
then he gonna make you chase him too, because then the minute you come, he gonna come from cover, he gonna run, and you see your buddy chasing him, running, and then is this anticipation because you're like, yo, is he gonna kill him or is this AI gonna get the best of him? And there were so many rounds where I remember seeing the AI just pulling some crazy move and killing them, and we would have to start all over from like, horde level 1. But the excitement was there because we were like, yo, we can't believe that the AI just did that to us.
Mm.
So I really think it's out there, but it's just they just give it in little doses because, I mean, let's just be honest, it's a world of crybabies. They start putting it out mass. All the people who do what they love, you're gonna see tons of YouTubers online saying this game is trash. I hate this game. It's the worst game I ever played. Not necessarily. It's
Mhm.
just that the game's no longer broken.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 So now they're forced to
And
play it like it was intended.
Right. Well, let me
And-
say this
oh,
for
no.
Jay in the chat. He says, as far as AI and this going on, he says, nope. It gets taken to another level. Games can only do what they are programmed to do.
That's right.
That's true.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
That's
And
true.
going back, kind of digging up an old part of the combo. You said, brother, you're looking to play Fallen Order
Mhm.
on the new Xbox. And have you played it yet?
No, I played
Okay.
Fallen Order when it first dropped. I picked it up, and the game was amazing. But I played maybe a good 10 hours of it, and then I put it down and moved on to something else.
So let me tell you, and I know you were talking about breaking the game, looking for little things.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, and anybody who's ever played with you in like the era that we were the squad,
Mm-hmm.
and whether we were in Ghost Recon, whether we were in Why for the Life of Me,
The Division,
thank you, the
Yeah.
Division. We were just talking about that.
right?
You
Vanilla
are the
Division.
scavenger. Like if it's to be found, you are the man who will find it.
Right.
And it's kind of like you said, I'm not looking for the cat with the fifth leg.
Right.
Well, in the Fallen Order, be looking for the cat with the fifth leg in the sense that there's a lot
Yeah.
there to get. I mean,
I play games like that. Like I take in a game, and if there's some sort of exploration to it, you bet that I'm going to go look for every little nook and cranny. Like I play like that. I'm not trying to like streamline a game unless I know it's a game. Like right now I'm playing Metro Exodus. I've beat the first two in the series. And I'm not trying to do any side quests on Metro Exodus because there's a lot of side quests and fetch quests, and it's one of those things. What is wrong with me? Can't even swing right. But I want to just get through that game. To be honest, I want to play it, beat it, and move on. But Jedi Fallen Order, I don't. I want to look for like the stuff. So it depends on the game that I'm playing. And with Division, I fell in love with that series, the whole concept, the whole everything, and then it being based in New York, my hometown. I had to look for every last little thing, and it was just even talking
good
about the
times.
Division now, it hurts me. I haven't played Division 2 for quite some time because
Same
I
here.
just felt that, it didn't build upon the first one. They going back to what you guys were saying, a lot of people are soft, nowadays. And I felt that the Division 2 tried to be everything to everyone. And then when they did make the raid, they took out an element of that game that allowed like some in between play. Like the incursions used to be 4-man teams. A raid with 8
Yeah.
people was for me was like trying to send a message to Destiny and saying, you guys do it with 6, we're gonna do it with 8. I remember playing Destiny and it was hard enough to get 6 heads in one room to play for like 6 hours, knowing that you was not going to beat that raid in 6 hours.
Yeah.
So that turned me off immediately. And I just, unfortunately, like a lot of other games, but it's neither here nor there now. But you guys never answered about, we talked about AI learning. You guys didn't talk about what PlayStation is doing now with their new controller. Do you think that they can, maybe capitalize on that? Maybe some of these ideas that you're throwing out here,
Well,
to influence games?
I'm going to pass this to everybody else because I am like if you're not an Xbox, then you might as well not play kind of guy. So
Yeah. And Jay agrees with me. Jay
Yeah.
says
Use a little bit more-
D2 Division 2 tried far too hard to be something it wasn't. Yeah, I agree. And I got nothing but love for Ubisoft and the Division, but I'm one of those
Sandbox.
lapsed players, I just
Well, I think they did the same thing with Breakpoint too.
Hmm.
Like they should have just left Ghost Recon the way it is, but they just did too much.
yeah, they tried to just do a big potluck with Ghost Recon and add Division elements and all the stuff, and they just should have left Ghost Recon alone, honestly. But yeah, but what do you guys say about this new controller for PlayStation? I haven't had hands-on experience.
I can't comment on it. I haven't touched it.
Yeah.
I haven't read on it.
No,
Me either.
nobody wants to brave it, and
It's like thinking about the dessert that you're never gonna eat.
He's gonna make a good point.
thinking about the dessert you wish you had.
Thinking about the
Yeah.
dessert,
Like-
yeah,
Like in 5 years, he's gonna be like, you know what? Why not? I'll try it.
yeah.
How much is it? Let's try it.
At the moment, it's not on my radar, so I'm not gonna,
Fair enough. That's fair.
think about it. It's almost like, I don't know. It's
That's
just
fair.
like that. You don't want
Jay-
to think about it because that's just gonna make you want it more. You know?
Yeah. Jay says it's sexy. Yeah, I agree. I
That shot was
agree.
sexy. That drawback there was sexy.
Yeah, that was a nice shot, but I ain't trying to feed his ego anymore, so not at -9. So
Yeah.
Oh,
What
just-
are you
man.
talking about?
There you go. Got it out.
yeah. But
Compared to that,
yeah,
that
unfortunately,
screenshot
I
I
can't,
sent you,
yeah.
I'm doing bad.
yeah, I just feel like, I'm hoping that PlayStation, I'm going to put my 2 cents in, not so much to critique the features, but to say that I hope it doesn't fall to the wayside and developers actually develop their games to take advantage of it and be creative and not just something gimmicky. With the tech that went into that controller, from what I've been seeing, what I understand it to be, there's some good stuff going on there that, again, it's up to the developer at the end of the day and the creative minds there as to what they're going to do with it, if they do anything at all.
I always think of like the control as an extension of what your mind is, right? So you could, when you're pounding on the controller, or you're kind of swaying it back and forth and stuff like that. I could only think that they put sensors in the controller to kind of predetermine what you're gonna do, right? So
Hmm.
they kind of, if they feel you jerking a lot on the controller, maybe that's a system feedback to the, to the game saying, oh, he's jittering, or he's or if you move the analog down too much. Like for me on baseball, I'm constantly moving the analog around, predicting what type of pitch, right? So if it's a slider away, I'm gonna kind of lean out. I'm gonna make that analog stick, I'm gonna have it prepared on the
Right.
outside corner of the strike zone.
Right.
So to me, a controller, it kind of relays that information back to almost like the computer's cheating and going, oh, he's looking outside,
Mhm.
and the computer could, counteract that feedback that I'm, almost, giving away,
Right.
And there's been times I lay the control there and just press the button because to me it feels like the computer knows that I'm kind of using the right
Right.
analog stick to kind of lean out. And what it does, it pitches me inside,
Mm.
and it won't go back out to that outside pitch. So I can only imagine, the technology that they could put inside these controllers to kind of premeditate your next move and what you're feeling, the heat sensors on your hand. Is he really getting frustrated? And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
thinking way over the curve here.
What about
But
these heart rate monitors that are already on
yeah,
like some Nintendo tech, if I'm not mistaken?
Hmm.
Where you're doing exercise and stuff, and it reads your
Yeah, we
pulse
fit.
and all that stuff. I mean, you think about it, it's advanced like that already.
Yeah.
Where it's reading your pulse. Imagine you playing like you were just saying, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases
yeah.
loaded, and all you
It's
need
taking
is a
your pulse.
single,
Get
a
back.
single to tie, a double to win,
Yeah.
and
What does a controller do now to kind of get you into that tense moment? What's the one feature that they added that kind of gets you into that tense moment? the
Vibration
the
in the
the
controller.
vibration mode, right?
that
It kind of
rumble.
you feel that, yeah, you feel that rumble, and at
Hmm.
that moment, because
Hmm.
it knows right there at the bottom of the ninth, two strikes, bases loaded. It knows that point right there is important to the player. Let me distract them. Let me make them feel like something else is going on here. You don't feel it in the first inning when you're taking the first pitch, right? So the
Hmm.
same programming and technology could be you know taken to the limit.
Intar.
It could be taken
Mhm.
so much further.
Yeah, that AI learning again, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
these things that we're talking kind of like on a rudimentary, elementary level, because none of us here are like engineers or programmers or anything of that sort. But these ideas, you can only imagine how these conversations have already been had, and I wonder what's coming
Yeah.
down the pipeline. And
Yeah, yeah,
I'm hopeful that when I do get my hands on a PlayStation and get my hands on that controller, I want it to wow me. I want it to be something where I go, yo, this is dope. Like, do I or can I actually go back to like
Holes
a
left.
regular controller?
yeah. You think about the technology we're receiving today. There was a long roadmap to this point, right? So this is
Yep.
not something that they developed 6 months ago. This is not something that they developed a year ago. This is something that
They've
goes
had
back
it.
maybe two, three, maybe 3 years back.
Hmm.
They were already like, okay, this is what it's gonna be. This is the capability we're gonna push. So you could have just imagined, we're receiving these items right now, the roadmap that they're laying out for the next. I'm not gonna say next gen, but the what do you, the programming behind it,
Right.
because
Mm.
they know now, they know the technology is gonna
Oh
be there,
hell!
Mm-hmm.
So
They
I
bust my
think
game breaker.
they're thinking more of programming and pushing the artificial intelligence, now with programming and scripting the way things could play out. I think they could push it so much further. Even to this point, they could.
This dude.
Mm. Do you think that there is a what's the margin of return now on games when it comes to resolution? We were just talking about this resolution and frame rates. I mean, on the console, we're talking about console gaming, not PC gaming. Where do we go now? We've been ushered into the 60 locked. There should be no excuse now that games are not 60 locked on
Yeah.
console. um
Mhm.
the resolution, it doesn't have to be, for me, it doesn't have to be 4K. It could be 1440. It could be 1080 with ultra settings. I'll be happy. But where do we go? Where do we go now? Is it AI learning uh and these things that we're talking about?
Hmm. I
Anybody want
I
to
want to
comment on
say
it?
yeah.
Somebody jump in
To,
there. Where do we
to
go?
me,
What's next? I mean, it's
yeah,
kind of sad to say that the console just came out, but what's next? What's already in the
right,
pipeline?
right, right.
I
So
think
it's
VR maybe.
You think VR?
Keyless.
VR.
Okay.
VR could, yeah, VR could definitely use some. another technological push. But
Well, if you think about
there's
it,
also
it'd make perfect sense to be the next thing because, like, with the Oculus gaining a lot, like, I knew a lot of people this year who were like, "Yo, I'm getting that," and just
Mhm.
I know PlayStation tried it and it was dope, but I mean, I think it'd be something crazy because it's something not necessarily VR, but motion was big. The Wii obviously was doing stuff like that.
Mhm.
The PlayStation, like I said, was doing stuff. If Xbox said, "Hey, let's do this," or even if they did something where, "Oh, by the way, if you got Oculus, you can go ahead and put it to your Xbox and play this right here," it's like that might actually be like, "Oh, snap, really?" People might actually who have an Oculus might say, "Yo, I'm gonna get an Xbox because I can pair it or something." I don't know, like it'd be kind of cool.
Oh, Jedi: The Fallen Order on Oculus.
that would be fun.
Yeah, man. Even
To
imagine
me,
playing a shooter, like
I'd
tactical.
be buying my dog an apartment. That's all I gotta say.
mhm.
I just want to play the Creed game on that. That's all.
Yeah, as
What?
far as technology goes, to the whole resolution and the flickering, the refresh rates,
Mhm.
the human does have its caps, right? So we're reaching points in the hardware that our own eyes and brains, cannot process even as
Right.
well as
Right.
what they're pushing. Well, not that they're not going to continue to push that. They're going to continue to push the hardware. But at some point, our brain and our eyes are going to go. It still looks the same to me.
Right.
You know, and that's maybe where the VR, they could start focusing more on VR because now you're more immersed. You're surrounding yourself in the environment, and that's the technological push that they
Just
could go towards next.
Mm.
that's what I'm talking about. Fumble punk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. The diminishing returns, like to what point? Because like what you just made that point, you know, we don't see in 4K. We're
Right.
watching 4K resolution, mind you, 8K resolution, which is already out. But we don't see in real life. We don't see anything in 4K.
I admit something.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro. So I'm gonna admit something. I don't know if anybody feels the same, but it's just me. I watched a 4K movie, like one of them ultra high definition 4K movies, and I was like, nah, I ain't feeling it. I I don't. I know some people gravitate to the whole. It looks like they're right there in the studio, but it's like, nah, fam. Like, I want the movie aspect. Like, I like looking into a box and seeing
Right.
things happen. I don't like that whole. I don't like being on stage. Like, it doesn't appeal to me. In video games, absolutely, but for movies, I'm just like, nah. Take me back to the days when the movie magic was on point, where it looked real, and you couldn't tell me that was makeup and CG. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. I know it's a little off because we're talking about games, but when you talk
No,
about
no, I think
4K,
it fits right in with what we're talking about as far as like what's the realism and then what's, super, ultra high def resolution because I mean, even look at the game that we're playing right now. As real as you try to make this scene looks, it doesn't really look real. It looks nice,
Yeah.
but
I like the
that
water
real life
reflections
doesn't
and
look
stuff
this
like that.
way.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The eyes know. Um, the water reflection looks great on this game, but the
Hmm.
grass looks like shit.
Yeah,
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 That
yeah.
base.
And this is the first time I'm playing it. I mean, it's not a bad looking game. I haven't played a golf game in. Ooh, I can't even tell you the last
You
golf
know
game
about
I played.
that hot shot on the demo disc
Hot
for
shot golf.
PlayStation One.
Yeah, Hot Shots.
Yeah, hot
Hot
shot
Shots on the
golf on
PS
the Vita.
Vita. That's when I
On the
played the
Vita,
golf.
yes.
See, I played it on the PlayStation One when it was part of their demo disc. I was like, this game is dope.
I can't lie. I got everybody's golf for the PlayStation 4, and that's Hot Shots Golf as far as I'm concerned.
Nice.
well, and I think you were the one who introduced us to the golf club.
Oh yeah, the golf club is a sim though. That's no joke.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
golf club. is a great game, but that's a simulator. You gonna play something that's gonna like wreck you? That's the game right there.
And
Yeah.
if you thought it was unfair, now I like that one better than I like this one. So, because I used to golf a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it is, if you know how to play golf,
Yeah.
the golf club is like going out to the range. Just
Yeah.
another day on the
Wow.
course.
I'll try to look into that.
Yeah. Yeah. The golf club. I don't know if they have it on Game Pass. Maybe. I know.
Don't
I know. A
know.
while ago, it was one of the games
shot.
for gold. Yep.
Yeah, if it's
No, that
CrossFit,
wasn't a
I'll
hole
take
in
it.
one, son. So, Hanyo, I know you've been giving us the update. This is the next to last of our 18 holes.
Nice.
Ooh, nice putt.
Nice.
Would you like to know
Wow,
the
boy,
scores?
putting in work.
Let's just say I'm a cute teenager at 16 plus 16. This end time is at +7, and Kyle is at -12. So
Yeah.
he's
Kyle just
almost
wanted the update because he's like
doubled.
-12.
This is it. Dude. This is it. We go back. Oh no, not yet. We got 2 more holes.
Yeah.
I'm
Last
+16.
hole. Last
Yeah.
hole.
This
right
is
here.
the 18th hole. This is it right
Oh,
here.
is this 18?
This is 18,
He's
man.
playing
We've been
NFL Street.
we've been on the course. We've been shooting the breeze, and I
Oh,
kind of like
next.
this
the
format.
next
If you
time.
guys want to like do this or see more of
Absolutely.
this, hit us up with a comment, leave a like. Of course, it helps us. It helps the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button.
Even
Do
more
what you
guys,
like.
I think it'd be so much more fun. Obviously, the competition is a little disparate, here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
trash
What y'all
talking
think
on the
about
side,
fighting games for new? What y'all think the fighting games gonna bring to the table?
Fighting
I'm not
games.
much of a fighter game. I would love to fight. Like, I love fighting games. I'm just not a fighter when it comes to games. I own Street Fighter. I own Mortal Kombat. I own Dead and Alive back in the days. I own so many fighting games, but I just don't play them. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I hate to lose in the competition realm of it.
I think with
it's like
fighters-
Gotta
one-on-one.
get that you.
I think with fighters,
UFC.
it's just that you have to have people to play with. Like
Yeah.
it only gets to a certain point where again, we were talking about AI learning. Once a computer like kicks it to another gear and they're just like, ripping your leg off and beating you over the head with it, I'm done. Like
You
I'm
know
done
what?
with that game.
UFC did that to me, and I haven't touched it since 2010.
See, it's
Another game that I
discouraging.
wish I could play.
Yeah.
Man, I was winning every fight, bro. I was like 20-0, and then all of a sudden, the computer said, "You know what? We ain't standing up toe to toe to him no more.
Exactly.
We're gonna bring him to the ground and pound every single time."
Yep.
And I was so. You want to talk about Dark Souls? I wanted to break controllers. I'm like, dude, let me up off the ground. Like, nope. And I started losing every single fight. I was hitting the right combinations, couldn't do it. I was like, I'm done with UFC.
Get in the hole,
Never
baby. Get in
again.
the hole. Get in the hole.
I got
Ooh.
like that with. Let me see my game. It's the last boxing game that came out. Fight Night.
Yes, I own Fight
Fight Night
Night.
was my joint.
Yeah, but Fight Night Champion.
Yes.
I got it right here in front of
Yep.
me.
Oh,
That game was the one boxing game that got to me because I could not beat the last dude.
Oh
Everything
wow.
I tried.
story?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, I tore him up. I felt good in
Seriously,
that.
I could not. I had the most difficult time to the point that I was just like, I'm done.
You know what it is?
Walk
Like you
away.
really gotta do exactly what the coach tells you to do. You just
Yeah.
literally gotta take hits because it's more cinematic than actually playing. It's one of those games in that story where I found out like there's some games like they don't want you to win the fight. They just want you to do what they told you to do.
Mm.
And
That
in
shot
our
right
minds,
there
we're
was my
sitting
game.
there like, I just want to win the fight, And as long as you keep trying to win the fight, nope. Like Tekken did that to me in the
Yeah.
story mode. Even WWE for a while they were doing that in their story where I was like, "Yo, what? How'd I lose?" And it's like because I
Right.
didn't hit the guy with the chair before I pinned him, and I was
Mm.
supposed to do that, and I didn't get the
Right.
check mark.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I do recall you kind of hear the coach in the background going, "Stick to the right, stick to the right," and
Yeah,
it's like, but
you
wait a minute,
have
my
to.
left hook, it's
You got yep. Don't use yep. Yep. There's two parts.
Kind
Go
of
for the
almost
gut.
guided into the fight. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Wow,
If you don't go for the gut punches, you'll lose. And if
that's
you
crazy.
don't not throw that
You know-
left hand punch, you're gonna lose.
That's
Because
crazy.
they
You know,
want you to throw
I-
the right. It's just for the movie.
I tried that. It came out on Game Pass. EA did that
Mhm.
merger or whatever it was with Game Pass.
Yeah.
And I played the UFC, and I don't know what happened. I mean, I picked Ronda Rousey, and I fought Holly Holmes and lost my first match. I don't know,
There it is.
Computer played you.
Take a,
Hey, how's that
don't-
for programming?
Let's take a screenshot of this real quick, and time don't go away from it.
Oh, it's not.
Let me
Poor
take a
Rhonda.
screenshot. Maybe we can post it.
Oh yeah.
We can post it on the Discord channel.
Oh, it went away on
Moved
its
it from
own,
it.
not me.
Oh man.
Maybe you can go back
Would've
into
been-
your Xbox and record the last 30 seconds or a minute, however you have it set up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
The one
Yeah.
thing I don't like.
Y'all
with
want to
AI
go
programming-
another 18 or how y'all feeling?
If we could do a front or a back nine.
Okay. All right. Let's hit it.
I don't think I got an 18 in me.
rematch.
All right.
Hang
Let's-
on, hold on.
Let's do a 9. We'll let Kyle as we take a little intermission here. If you guys need to get up, stretch, do your thing, do it now. If anybody stays on here, I'm not going anywhere. Guys, again, we are at DFG Podcast on anchor.fm and hear us anywhere you hear your podcast. We're just the average gamers chatting it up. Today, this episode, we're just taking it easy on the course here at Rory McIlroy PGA Tour Golf, I think it is, the EA game, and just chatting it up, talking about what we did over the holidays, gaming, and life in general. Jay, shout out to you
I'm
if you're
making
still
drinks.
in the chat. And we're gonna do either a front or a back 9 here to wrap it up here for the evening. I'm gonna still keep gaming afterwards, but it's been fun just hanging here and just chatting it up with you guys. Fighting, Nate brings up the fighting genre because that's his genre, fighting games. I would hope that for fighting games, there would be a way to, I don't know, if you have the people, make those private rooms where you could put like your own kind of like tournament together. I think that would bring an element to fighting games. I don't know if that exists already, where you can just gather some friends and just pound on each other and just have a good time instead of going out into the scary world of online and playing that 13-year-old that's gonna whoop you because that's all they do. No offense to the 13-year-old, that's, hey, they got no life. You do, I do. But that's one thing I would enjoy, fighting games like that. And to be honest, other than Mortal Kombat, which I just think is hilarious, just what they're doing with that game, I'm more of a retro,
Lord.
old school Street Fighter fighting game player, genre. If I had to pick one, it would have to be Street Fighter.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
back in the days. Dead or Alive is
was
Killer
great.
Instinct. Killer Instinct.
Tekken, Killer Instinct. I think those games are cool. But like I said, other than Mortal Kombat, for me, I like Street Fighter. I like that old school Street Fighter, like maybe Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Hey, are my
Yes.
golfers in here? Are we ready for the front 9?
Yeah, we good. I think I'm good. I don't know. Is Henyo step away or
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
My drink is made.
okay?
Look,
Are you
cocktail.
having it crushed or on the rocks?
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
Ooh, I wanted to play this Battlefield.
Oh man, look at this guy. Battlefield 4 golf stage.
Make me
It's a
want to play
par
Tekken now.
3.
Part
Hey,
3. Every
Benton
hole is a part 3.
Every hole. It's an executive course, they call it.
Nice.
Good luck. You're gonna
Bad
need it.
company.
You're gonna need it. Watch.
Is
Oh
Bad
man.
Company a single player game?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
Bad Company.
Dude, have you,
Oh.
Henyo, have you ever played
What are you
Bad
talking
Company?
Which one?
Have you
Bad
ever played
Company.
Bad Company?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
I got it right here. I'm holding it in my hand.
Taggart.
Wasn't there a second part?
Yeah, buddy.
They were a hilarious bunch. I love the Battlefield series. Wasn't there a
Battlefield
second
though.
part to that game? Oh yeah, here it is, Battlefield Bad Company Part 2. I got it right here. And it is
it's part of the EA access.
It's also a single player game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game that would be fun
I
if it was
get the
two
pin.
player.
I'm gonna play Tekken while y'all do
I hit the pin.
Yeah, I saw that. You hit the pin.
Hey, whenever you hit
That's
that
the
Y
game I
button,
really
y'all,
enjoyed.
Uh-huh.
whenever you hit that Y button,
Yeah.
does it let you move your blue dot with the D-pad
Yes.
at all?
Yes.
Okay, because the thing, well, yeah, you know, it shows you that's calculated windage and everything
Yeah.
with the blue line. That's what you get when you swing.
Okay.
that.
So-
Talking that sniper talk.
Yeah, right? That brother's like, so I pulled out
Yeah,
a
just
nose
the
here and
windage.
threw it in the air, and it flew west southwest at
Hey, if
6 miles an
here-
hour.
If anybody here is a fan of stealth or sniper like game, Sniper Contracts, Jay introduced me to that game, and let me tell you, I have never met a game that required more of your skill.
I'm gonna check it out then.
It's the wind. I mean, everything. Like you just said, you got to like pluck a nose hair and throw it to the wind to find out, you know, where you got to shoot this guy.
Man.
I gotta check
And
it out
you
then.
got to weigh if you shoot that guy and he screams. You know, are you going to actually kill him in the first shot, or is he going to let out like a that everybody's going to hear? And then alert the squad. And this ain't the division where you can just like double back and hunker down.
Right.
It's like you if
They
you
come
get
for you.
met, if like 5 or 6 of them are like, we're gonna go get him, and you don't find some place to get away from their field of view and to hide, and they get on top of you, there's no, you know, being Jay. You know, Jay's like the tank
Right.
in the division. There's no tanking it out. It's 5 versus 1, and you have one gun. You know,
And you have a sniper rifle?
sniper rifle and a pistol. That's it.
Man. It's not like you shooting that sniper rifle from the hip, right? Like Call of Duty, and then wall run.
Yeah.
Those
Sniper
guys.
Elite was fun. I booted up
yes.
Sniper Elite. I kind of enjoyed that one, but I couldn't. I don't have the cycles to play it. I'm playing too many.
Which
other
one
games.
did you play? 3 or
I'm
4?
trying to remember. I think it's part 3 because I didn't want to go
Yeah.
to the newer one.
Wasn't that the game that I dominated in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You did well.
Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite 3. Yeah,
That's another-
Jay
that's
and
game?
Bobby and Kyle, we would all play that game.
Oh.
And I don't know, I locked into that game. That was one of those games where I just went into like I just locked in. And
If you had to ask, where's Brother Santos, the bullet was already on its way through your ear most of the time.
yeah, I got into some zone in that game. And I'm not, I'm not a sniper guy.
See, that's that zone we're talking about.
Yeah, getting in that zone. Yep. You're like,
See,
"Where's-"
Splinter Cell does that for me, but
That was a good.
Wow.
if a stealth game is too easy, if I get too many kills, I'm done. So I
Mm.
need to try that contracts in because stealth games always disappoint me.
Yeah. Well, like what Kyle said, Nate, get ready to make your controllers part of your wall decorations. Yeah, that's
Believe
that's
it.
your style.
I believe it.
See, I mean,
Actually, Hitman is like that though. The
Yeah.
Hitman contracts. Oh
Mhm.
man, I spent hours just sitting there like studying people's movement so I could get the one kill, and then.
Right.
But Hitman is one of them games that you start off trying to be a stealth guy, and you're like, you know what? I'm about to take the silencers off and just handle this like a man.
right.
Like,
I'm just gonna grab this
Well,
guy and bury his head in the
yo.
toilet.
I don't care what y'all
Exactly.
say.
That's how I play
Forget
it,
trying
man.
to
I'm
be
like,
the
this is
chef.
stealth.
Yep.
This is stealth. I don't think so. Here I come.
Oh, look at that
Pine
pine
tar,
tar,
pine
man. Oh my
Like
god.
the training level where you had to sneak onto the party.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna walk through the front door and just tag everybody. Like, I was like, I'm done. I know where he is. I'm just gonna go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like 10 guys waiting for me outside the bathroom.
Yeah.
How many times you get that mass murderer?
I would have inside a
So this
cabinet
hole's
or
gonna be
something.
tricky, boys. Just so you know,
Oh boy.
there's a battleship that has crashed, and we have to maneuver around it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not like and you know and I've kind of like figured with those games um
Oh wow.
from IO Hitman that whatchamacallit, I think sometimes they want you to play risky. Like, you know, you're trying to be real stealth, real smooth. And sometimes it's just like, man, I'm just gonna walk through the midst of this crowd, push everybody, grab this guy by the by the yoke of his neck, stab him in his eye, and just walk away.
For real.
Yeah, sometimes it makes you do that because I found that more often than not, especially that first mission. Like what you saying, I was trying to be all smooth and hit the guy, take his clothes, change my clothes, all this other stuff. And then finally, I
Hit
just
the
got to
boat.
the point where I was just
Oh.
like, nah, man, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
like
We-
walk up the bridge
Lucky
and
me.
snuff him.
See, for me, I ran out of people kept spotting me, and I had to keep taking them out. And I'm like, I'm running out of places, and I was like, the one person caught me throwing the body, and I'm like, well, you see me, so it's too
Right.
late now.
Right?
Yeah.
3 people in that trash can. There's no more room.
Right. Yeah, I tried to play that
my
game for a
gosh.
while.
No.
But I think what keeps you
Get back,
going
get
is
back.
that there's
Oh,
so many
snap.
ways you can complete the mission. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
you
yeah,
can
that's correct.
you can put the poison
Open-ended.
in the pot,
Yeah.
or you can like there's so many ways. So it's just
That's
like
good,
I
though.
know I can. Yeah, it is. It's cool. Like I'm like okay. Like I seen videos and I'm like I did not know you could do that. Okay.
Yep.
Like you could pose as a guy he's meeting with, like
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff.
I remember
Yeah,
for
I
that
think,
first mission,
the
the
fashion
first time
show
I
was my
killed him was
favorite.
like dump the guy's head in the toilet. that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know-
the fashion show was my favorite.
Fashion show.
I
When
didn't
you
know,
walk the
do
runway.
that one.
Henyo, I think I agree with you that that these guys in this game here spent way too much money on the water.
The engine on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reflection
Yeah,
of the water.
because the
Way too
grass in the
much.
game doesn't move. You notice that? Like, it's windy and the waves are like blowing and
Leaves.
leaves and everything, but that grass is not moving.
It's just what they
I
call
would
that.
not want to fall in that grass, bro.
Nope.
Yeah, right.
You hear dun 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 like from Mortal Kombat.
Oh jeez, Mortal Kombat has gotten ridiculous.
But that's what I love about Mortal Kombat, that it just doesn't take itself seriously.
Fun. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
when you can pit
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone Rambo against Arnold Schwarzenegger the Terminator, that's just
Love
fun,
it.
man.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
Just
the
silly fun.
Predator and Alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
RoboCop against Freddy Krueger.
Like, what?
Yeah, it got all those characters in there.
They had
Yeah.
Jason.
Well, Nate, have they done like an all-encompassing Mortal Kombat where they just have all those characters that we just mentioned in like one compilation?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's not the. I think they do though. Yeah, because it was the. I know that for the X, they had the deluxe, and you got everybody. You got Predator, and then for the newer one, they did the same thing too. You just get the bundle where you get
Mhm.
everybody.
Yo, what am I looking at here? Like, it's like extreme close up here. It's Henyo's turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like at the screen, all I see is like the bill of your cap, and that's it. I don't see nothing else. It's like
Let me try this.
super zoomed.
That's
Oh,
because you're gonna see a beautiful shot.
Oh, okay. All right. I see it. Looks like you're going to visit a
Oh.
beach again.
Oh,
Ooh,
testing
off
out
the
these
rock.
rocks.
Oh, off the rocks
Wow,
into
look at
the
that
beach.
bounce.
Wow.
Oh, I'll
Is that
give the
still
game credit.
inbounds
I'm
or
gonna-
out of bounds?
That looks
That's
like
how he's
Orchard
inbound.
Beach to me.
I'll give the game credit because that is the right ricochet angle for those rocks. So
I don't
in
even
that
know where I'm
regard,
hitting
it,
this,
It
so
played well.
I'm just going to hit
It
it.
played well.
It played well. That's
Man.
exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just smacking this ball. See if it goes over the tree. Yes, it's looking good. Looking
That's what
good.
I
Looking
try to
good.
avoid.
It's all fun and games.
Look at
got
that.
the-
Look
gotta
at
go
that, baby.
downstairs
Look
and
at
go get another
that.
ball.
Wow.
I'm coming for you, Kyle. Coming for you.
He got the closest to the pin.
Man, that was pretty. That was a blind shot. Like, I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see the green or nothing.
Yeah, I try to avoid that, and I paid it for it.
And you had to take the
Banked it
6 train
around
out of
on
Orchard.
the left.
Yeah, literally. Well, at least I'm getting used to this control.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
see, there was some debate because I looked at the controls. I'm like, wait, he just played 18 with this controls. If I
Yeah,
change
no.
it now, I'm gonna screw.
You would have
him and
messed
everybody
me
else
up if you would have like switched it to that Hot Shots Golf. There's no way I have the. There's no way I have that twitch reflex at this time. I'd be all over the place with that. So guys, since we're winding down for the evening, we've talked a lot of gaming, AI learning, stuff that's happened over
Talk.
the holidays, Black Friday, and all that good stuff. What are we planning, looking forward to here in the next couple of weeks for the Christmas holiday? Anybody doing anything special? Look at this. Unbelievable.
Man.
What?
So,
I'll do it.
what most of y'all probably do not know is that, see, our family, we don't really do Halloween per se.
Mhm.
So, I have had our tree and the front porch and the projectors on the front and back of the house up since like Halloween.
Okay.
Nice.
So, it's
Yeah,
like,
we put up the Christmas tree the week of Thanksgiving or the week before Thanksgiving.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
we're
mine
just
was
gonna
up like
hunker
the day
down
after.
and we've been so quarantined for so long that we're just gonna hunker down here, and we did our visits to family members. I think we're just gonna hang out here and enjoy home.
Yeah.
now, I know that
I
two of
hear
you
that.
guys are all three of you in Sunshine State.
I'm in New York.
Oh, okay. So you're north of me yet, man.
Yeah, I'm
and
here
not-
in
I'm
Florida.
not saying anything because, I'm not calling you like a Yankee because you live in
I
New
am
York.
a Yankee.
He is a Yankee,
Okay.
bro. Yankee fan,
You-
true
it's
blue.
Okay.
True blue.
I'm
You-
okay with that. Go ahead. Feel
Give
free.
him a compliment.
I'm about to say because
You can say it with an attitude.
Say it like you're like calling him out to
Damn
fight in the
Yankee.
alley or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
yo, you
Damn
Yankee.
yeah, there you go.
See,
If Sleek was here, he'd be
I
like,
was
damn
born-
Yankee. He's from
I
Boston.
was born in Michigan, so in that sense, I'm a Yankee. Don't hate me because I'm a Chicago Cubs fan,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
but
I'm from
But no.
Jersey. It's not that bad, trust me.
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the winter months. I know y'all in Florida, it's called Sunshine State for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to get some
Well,
snow.
my God.
So
Mm.
I'm sleeping at the wheel here. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I know eventually the controller will rumble, wake you up. I remember playing those
somebody will blow up that
playing
radar.
Uno, and the thing would time you out.
Oh yeah.
If you
This
fell
one will do,
asleep,
you got
it
like 2
skip you.
minutes and 15 seconds or something
Yep.
like that.
I think that's a great feature. Let me tell you.
What
You know how
the
many
heck?
times people falling asleep playing that game?
You know how many times I've fallen asleep playing games with y'all?
I know.
I've
I mean,
literally-
you falling asleep and we hear the bear come out. You and Nate.
Yeah, for real. It's true. It's
Aw.
true.
Yo,
It's
dead
true.
sleep, and yo, I'm talking about like they're talking one moment and next moment all you hear is And you're like-
Listen, though.
Who was
Hey.
that happen? Paco Boy, right?
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, Paco fall out.
Paco Boy did that. We were laughing hysterically.
Mhm.
We could not contain ourselves.
He
And
passed
we were
out.
like, yeah.
I remember one time with Kyle, he fell out. We left him on, like we ain't boot him or anything. We left him on. He woke up like a half hour later. He say, "Yeah, guys, you still there?" He tried to play it off too. You guys still there? Yeah. Okay. It's my turn. Like, we moved on.
Sometimes Sometimes like that.
Nate, I know, Nate, you falling asleep playing with me and Jay, and I've removed you from the party because things got loud.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Things got loud.
Yeah, it got loud. Oh yeah. That's why now
it's all
just
good.
I'm knowing. I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna be out.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. I don't know.
I ain't ready for a concert.
don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm envious of y'all or not. I don't fall asleep like that, man. I just don't.
Yeah.
If I'm gaming and I'm up, I won't fall
I'm
asleep.
gaming. Exactly.
That
Yeah,
vibration wake you up and you getting whooped.
yeah,
And then you gotta wake up real quick.
yeah.
I think it depends the game you're playing. If you're playing like a single player mode, or you're playing something not really non-competitive, you're more, your chances increase of kind of sleeping at the wheel.
Yeah.
Versus,
Man,
yeah.
not
The
for
rest
me,
of
bro.
y'all are gonna see that, but from where I was looking, brother, it looked like you about fed that seagull that ball. You have to look at the video later, but it seriously
Oh
looked like
man.
that seagull was fixing to.
Let's say the ricochets off this canister.
Oh, it kind of pressed up against that thing there. Look at that. They gave you a lie. They gave you a beautiful lie. Look at that.
They did.
You're allowed. What is it, like a club length or something like that from wherever it
Hot
lands?
him.
You're the golf guy. I thought I was closer to this cup. What happened? It's a big curve on there. It says it's level. I don't
I've
believe
been
it.
so
Oh,
I've
it's
been
got
so
whooping
overwhelmed
me.
at work that I think just decompressing is
You
something I
never
look forward
lied.
to this holidays.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
just been so overwhelming at work. It's nonstop.
Oh, look
And
who
I'm
just
blessed to
jumped
have
into the chat. I'm sorry, Henry, I interrupted you, but I just noticed my son Caleb. He's like, "What's
what up?
bracking, boys? You coming in
Well,
here at the end of the show. We're about to wrap this up here soon."
He's just starting, man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sam, did you ever get to share the picture with him? Him and
Yes. I
him
think
and
I
Josh.
did. I think I showed him the picture. Dude, I saw those
No,
pictures. I showed them to my wife. My wife was like, "Who had these pictures?" And I'm like, "Enyo." She was like, "For real?" I didn't even remember some of those pictures, man, to be honest. Wow. It's crazy. It's great. They're all
All grown
grown
up.
now and doing their thing. So we are on the 7th hole, 7 of 9, right?
Gonna play at 18 the rate this is going.
Yeah.
I'm just
7 of 9, and Kyle is -4. I'm at
The game's a little
-1,
tighter now.
and Henyo is at +2. Yeah, it is. All
little
these
tighter.
are par 3, so you can't let it get away. Caleb
Next
is
time
like,
we gotta
"Dang,
play
laugh out
Treasure
loud. I was
Island.
about to jump on Call of Duty." Yeah.
Oh, what's that? What's good? Oh,
He's playing
not
Call of
mobile.
Duty.
Never mind.
So. He's playing the new Call of Duty.
See, Nate is a fellow fan of the Call of Duty mobile.
That's going in the hole,
that I
baby.
spoke
That's
of
going in
earlier.
the hole. That's going in the hole.
Back up.
Mm.
Wasn't far.
Not too far. You see,
Oh,
I
yeah, since I got my
refuse,
controller. Oh,
guys.
it's
I'm
dope.
sorry, but I refuse to pay, and not just because it's Call of Duty or an Activision, but this $70 for this next gen games. I don't know about this, bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And then Activision, and they're not the only ones doing it, but if you want the Xbox / PlayStation 5, current gen, souped up graphics version, you're gonna pay $70 because they're still selling the $60 one, but that's for last gen. That just
we
don't seem
predicted
right.
it a little bit.
That don't seem right.
I remember a while back on the podcast, they're talking about maybe they're gonna be like, you're gonna play the start of a game, and then when you get to level 10, they're gonna be like, all right, so for level 11 through 25, you got to pay this amount of money.
Yep.
And we're like, get out!
Jesus Christ, this game hates me.
You all over that cup.
Yeah,
See,
I've literally hit it twice.
Want to talk about hating?
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if the game is a game that I want and whatever, I don't mind paying it. But to have two
But-
versions of the game, you know, when there's
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
other
gonna be rough.
games that you can pick up. Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh,
Where you could you know, pick up the $60 version, and then when they have the current gen version, they
So
giving
you-
it to you.
I'll tell you what, I better be able to wipe them character tears in that game.
mm,
Like I just picked up Control on a deep discount for this Black Friday sale, and it said, you know, you got the game, and when the Xbox Series X and S patch comes through, you getting it for free.
nice.
So guess who's waiting until that comes out?
Mm.
You know what I'm
Got it.
saying? But nah, I'm not giving Activision $70. Nope. And I think that the previous Modern Warfare game is still like what, $60? The price hasn't dropped.
The mobile game is dope, actually.
The mobile game, that's what
Like-
Kyle's playing.
Yeah, me and Kyle have been playing it, man.
He and I play it.
Oh,
Play it with
okay.
two guys from church too.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I'm a real
Hey.
gamer.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
I had to throw that one in there.
Hey, it's all good.
It's
I
all
try
right.
to play mobile gaming on my phone. It's just not the same to me. It's not. Doesn't feel.
But the Call of Duty game,
Yeah.
bro, trust me, it's just sync your Xbox controller to it and play it, and you'll be like, oh, okay. It moves just like the console game. No joke, it does.
I tell you what, and I'm gonna be honest, like I did that video on that Razer Kishi, and when I put my phone in there to play on XCloud, it's legit. It's legit. That's the only way I'm gonna do mobile gaming. It has to be with a
Come back.
controller.
Right.
Oh yeah, bro. When we played that. Oh man, when we played the Call of Duty, and now I know how to put it on my screen for my tablet.
Mm,
Like I'm even loving it even more.
nice.
Like I was like, so I'm like, this is dope.
As long as the grass
that's the
don't look
only
like
game,
the
really.
grass in this game.
Nah,
Fall into the grass
Flags
trap and
moving.
kill yourself.
grass
sometimes
is
it kind of.
moving.
I feel like I'm
Or-
cheating. It feels easy.
Well, you probably playing against bots.
Nah, man,
No?
we're playing against people.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like I was when we first started playing, I didn't have a controller,
Mm.
so I was using the thumbs, and I was sitting here like, Kyle, I don't know how I'm gonna do, man. I'm playing against people with controllers. I'm gonna get swamped,
Mm.
and I was getting VIP left and right. I was like, oh, okay.
But
Never mind.
when do you
It's,
play? Like at night, early morning
In the
hours?
I played generally in the evening if I do, but I haven't been on lately because I have nobody to roll with. So
Oh, okay.
I've been, yeah.
But,
So I
like-
told Kyle, I was like, let's just play.
So you're using the screen as a controller,
I
or
was.
do you have like an
I-
attachment? So you
No,
got
I
an attachment.
was. Now I got a controller. Now I'm using
So,
a PS.
On that
controller.
note, real quick, I don't know what everybody's phone is, but
Mhm.
I know this much for iOS and even for
It's
Android.
crisp.
You can, if you have a Xbox One S controller, which is when they did away with the little hard plastic around the menu button,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like the home button, it will Bluetooth connect to your Android or iPhone.
Yeah.
And then you can play the mobile game with your Xbox controller.
Yep.
So
Or the
for somebody who
PlayStation
plays
4.
Call of Duty, you can connect it, you know, straight to your iPad, and it's just like playing it on the Xbox. You're just playing it on an iPad,
Yep.
Mm.
and it's actually really quick, and it's the lag is almost not there at all. I mean, it's really impressive for
Mm.
mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caleb
I mean,
in
I
the
turned my
chat
sensitivity
is
all the way up. It was like, and it was perfect.
Caleb in the chat is talking about. He's saying, "Yo, the new Call of Duty is so good that I would pay $70 for that next gen version." Yep, you would, not me.
I haven't been much of a Call of Duty head, like, to be honest. Like, I played Black Ops back in the day, but I don't know, like, the story, I like playing it, like, with people, but I never really was into it like that.
You see, I still want to play last year's Modern Warfare, and only because of the nostalgia factor. That's it. not because I
Nuketown?
like want to play online or anything.
Nuketown.
Yeah, Nuketown, they revamped.
On the mobile, they have Nuketown there,
I
and it
can't
plays
believe that,
just
Ingo.
like, bro. You feel like it, dude. I'm telling you, there's no difference.
Mm.
And I found a way to blow it up on the screen. Well, I mean, if you got like if you can pair your phone to your screen, if you got a smart TV,
Mhm.
then dude, just all you gotta do is just cast to your TV.
Yeah.
Right there, you got your controller right there on the screen.
Well, that's the final round. Look at this: -7, -2, and +2 on 9 holes here to wrap it up.
Going.
If you will
Not too
go
shabby.
and check out the Discord, I just dropped a photo of that.
Cool.
Anybody wants to check it out?
Cool.
Perfect.
Guys, let me also just leave this kind of hanging in the air here. It might be something that Henyo, if you remind me, or if any of you guys jump on the next time for the podcast when we hang out, I want to bring up this topic about our TVs. You know, when did our TV stop being just a TV? You know, is it much more than that? Of course it is. You know, and do we really think about what's before us? You know, when we talk about smart TVs and apps and you know, when we were talking about resolutions and frame rates and, you know, VRR and all this other stuff that we didn't talk about today. So I'm gonna leave that one for a future episode. If you guys remind me, if I don't forget, we can talk about that and why it's important to have the correct or I should say functional and compatible display, because a TV it's not an SD TV no more. You know, we're not playing on the tubes that we used to have growing up, you know, where all you did was click it on, wait till it warmed up, and then the picture came on eventually. No more CRT. Now we have a whole other beast in front of us, and spoiler alert, I don't think your TV is just a TV anymore. So, but anyways, we'll leave that for the next meeting that we have. Thank you for hanging out, being here with us. Kyle, give us your goodbyes. Let's go down the line. We'll do Kyle, Nate, and Henyo, and then we'll wrap it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Fellas, it has been way too long, and we got to do this again. So I will say good night.
All right,
Amen.
Nate.
Drama free for life. I miss y'all. Love y'all. It's been a minute, brothers. And so many good memories on tonight. Hope to do it again. Really hope there's like an annual thing. Would love to connect with y'all brothers again. But this is Nathan signing out. Have a good night.
All right. And
Yeah.
Henyo?
Yeah, another great evening together, talking, discussing so many topics, a range of topics. I'm always amazed that we always have something to talk about. So it was nice meeting you guys tonight. I'm glad we were able to connect and do our thing. And to the next time, I look forward to the next one already.
All right, man.
yeah.
All
Good
right.
night.
Sounds good. Jay, shout out to you if you're still here. We love you, brother. We hope to have you and your sexy, manly voice on once again.
Yeah.
Caleb in the chat.
Brother. You know I'm always here.
Yeah, Caleb in the chat saying y'all all got to do it again. He sounded more like Tony the Tiger.
Agree.
But Caleb here is y'all all got to do it again. 100. Thanks for the stream. Hashtag
Thank you.
drama free for life. Guys, I truly appreciate you. Each and every one. I kind of like this format and us opening it up. So most definitely, you know, if you don't catch us on a just regular podcast where you have the three musketeers, Henyo, myself, and Jay, definitely pull you guys in, play around the golf or maybe something else, who knows. But tune in.
The virtual couch is a lot larger than you think.
Yeah, man. But tune in again, guys, if you just want to hang out with us again on Discord. Let me see if I didn't throw out any of the links this evening, but I'll just put that Discord link in the chat if it pops up there. And again, thank you for hanging out. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And as always, keep your gaming and your life drama-free, people. Later.
Yes, sir.